Assalamu alaikum. We know that the only way we can protect our iman is by knowing what Allah Ta'ala commands. So we're trying to learn this by reading the life of our Prophet, Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Before I continue, I would like to again read from the book, Ethics of Islam. The mujtahids taught and explained to others. Scholars who came later learned how those teachings could be applied to new circumstances and wrote them in their books of tafsir, that is, exegesis of the Quran al-Karim, and fiqh. In their books of tafsir, they would teach Islamic knowledge and the tenets and how to practice our religion. Let us continue. The Master of the World, with his Ashabi Kiram, marched towards the fortress of the sons of Nâdir. The banner was carried by Hadrat Ali. The fortress was besieged. The Jews who challenged the Ashabi Kiram before did not dare to go out of the fortress. The help of the hypocrites did not come. The Ashabi Kiram controlled the surroundings of the fortress completely. In the end of the siege, which lasted more than 20 days, the Jews surrendered, leaving all their weapons, gold and silver, to Muslims. Some of them were expelled to Damascus, and some of them to Khaybar. Thus, from the Jews, only the sons of Qurayza remained in Medina. The passing away of Fatima binti Asad, the ayat-i kalima which prohibits alcoholic drinks, descended in the 4th year of the Hijrah. Hadrat Salama's husband had been wounded and died in the holy battle of Uhud. He had left behind several children. Our mother, Salama, was old and in difficulty. Our beloved Prophet greatly pitied her and honored her by marrying her. Again, that year, the holy battle of Zutarika was fought, and the surrounding polytheist tribes were daunted. Abdullah, the son of Hadrat Uthman, and our master, the Prophet's daughter, Hadrat Ruqayya, died when he was 6 years old. The Master of the Worlds conducted the janazah prayer for his grandchild, and he himself put him into the grave. He was very sad. His tears dropped into the grave. He put the gravestone with his blessed hands and said, Allah Ta'ala shows mercy to his slaves who are lenient and soft-hearted. Fatima binti Asad, mother of Hadrat Ali, passed away that year. Our master, the Prophet, became very sorry and said, Today, my mother passed away. After the death of his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib, our beloved Prophet had grown up near to her. When he announced his prophethood, she had become Muslim immediately. For this reason, the Master of the Worlds regarded her as his mother and paid much esteem. Due to his compassion towards her, he gave his shirt and ordered for it to be used as her shroud. After conducting her janazah prayer, he said 70,000 angels were present at the prayer. He went to the grave. In order for her life in the grave to be in ease and comfort, he made signs towards the corners of the grave as if he were enlarging the grave. Then he tied down the grave. When he came out of the grave, his blessed eyes had been full with tears, and his tears had dropped onto the grave. O my Rabb, what a compassion was that, and how fortunate a lady she was. Even Hadrat Umar could not stand it and asked, O Rasulullah, may my life be sacrificed for your sake. You did for this lady what you have not done for anybody so far. Then our beloved Prophet, who is the most loyal of those who are loyal, said, After Abu Talib, there was nobody else who had done as much favor for me as this lady had done. She was my mother. While her children were hungry, she would give them food to me first. While her children were covered with dust and dirt, she would comb and pour rose oil on my hair first. She was my mother. I made her wear my shirt as a shroud in order for her to be dressed with garments of paradise. I lied down next to her in order to let her life in the grave be tender and easy for her. Jibril brought me to the news from Allah Ta'ala that this lady is deserving of paradise. Then he invoked for our mother Fatima binti Asad as follows: May Allah Ta'ala forgive and reward you, O my mother. May Allah Ta'ala show compassion to you. When you were hungry, you made me eat. You would think of me first before yourself about dressing and eating. Allah Ta'ala is the one who resurrects and who takes the souls as well. He is always alive and never dies. O my Allah, forgive my mother Fatima binti Asad. Inform her of your deed. Widen her grave. O my Allah, who is the most gracious, for the sake of your Prophet, me and the previous prophets, accept this invocation of mine. After these, Hadrat Zainab binti Huzaima, one of our masters, the Prophet's blessed wives, passed away at the age of 30. Again, that same year, Hadrat Hussein, the second child of Hadrat Ali and Hadrat Fatima, were born. Again that year, Abu Sufyan, with 2,000 soldiers under his command, set off for Badr to prevent Islam's spread. The Master of the Worlds, with his 1,500 brave companions, arrived at Badr before them. Fear filled into the hearts of the polytheists, who learned that the Mujahids had come to Badr before themselves. They were only able to advance to Marhazaran. They could not dare to confront the heroic soldiers of Islam. They returned to Mecca. Our Master Rasul Ikram, with his glorious Ashab, waited for the polytheists at Badr for 8 days. Then they set off for Medina. Wa alaikum salam.